and peace back into your life. My name is Caroline Onkoba. I am a coach, an author, and a speaker. And today I'm very excited and pumped up that I'm going to be sharing this vital information with you all. Thank you for registering and being here today. So, oh, someone sent. Okay, so I won't be able to see the chat. So whatever you're chatting there, I will check on it when we're done. So this is for you if you're successful, no nonsense, hustler, growth-minded, direct, go-getter person. And at times, you know, we are so much into building what it is that we have, but we miss some things in our life. You're doing so well in your business, but your personal life might be challenged. So that's why I have this. If this is not you and you might feel like, oh, maybe I'm in the wrong place, you can hop up, but I'm sure you'll benefit something from there. So this is for you again. If you're successful, you have no nonsense, you're a direct person, you love to hustle, and you are growth-minded, you're direct, and you're a go-getter. So I'm going to ask you to invite you to stay till the end. If you do, I do have a free gift that I'm going to give for all the people who are going to stay till the end. So since all those housekeeping things are done, so now I'm just going to hop on and ask you a simple question here. Do you feel like you are losing your mind or your sanity? You know, you have been working hard, you're managing your business, but you're really struggling to get a handle on your personal life and your family life. You feel like life is slipping through your fingers. Are you struggling spending time with your loved ones? You know, it could be kids, could be significant others, or do you just feel like your life is just in chaos and you don't even know the right from the left? You're just working on fumes. And the other thing is date nights. For those who have significant others and spouses, do you feel like date nights went through the window, right? Or are you having tension in your daily relationship, or is your health suffering? And I think at times we really forget that piece there, that, you know, once we are hustling and doing what we know how to do best, we forget to take care of ourselves. So if you're one of those that feel this way, go ahead and give me a 7 in the thing, and just, you know, so that I can know you're here and that I'm not alone. So my thing is, I fell into this. This describes me 100%. I was this person here, even after I shifted from having a normal job, a 9 to 5, wasn't 9 to 5, it was a shift work because I'm a registered nurse, and fell into my business. I was still feeling this way. I was feeling like I was gonna lose my mind because you have your hands in everything. Everything was slipping off of me. I was not having time with my daughter and all that nice stuff that I thought I was gonna have when I started my business. I'm gonna start from a very pivotal point, and I know this is a very uncomfortable thing that I'm going to do here because some people are not used to talking about this. There's only 2 things that are sure in our lives, only 2 things. And I'm sure when you're sitting there, you're like, I know what those 2 things are. But people don't like talking about the 2 things. And those 2 things that are sure in our life is taxes and death. The beauty about these 2 things, one of them, which is the taxes, we know when they're due. In America, they're always due April 15th, right? Unless there's a holiday or something, and then it shifts here or there. And we also know the percentage which you need to pay. So it's not like a surprise to you. But I want to talk about death. And I know some people might be squirming now and wondering, why would I want to talk about death? Death to me is what has really, really made a difference. And because we don't know when it's coming. We don't know if this is going to be the last webinar you're ever going to watch. You don't know anything about it. It is something we need to talk about because it gives you perspective. And I'm saying that because I've experienced it myself. I mean, I've not died, but my mom passed away. And it just really shifts the way we think. Because even when you're talking about personal development, you're talking about anything, like when people are making big shifts in life, you're either gonna make them because something tragic happens, and most of the time, maybe somebody died or had a heart attack or something is happening in their life in your immediate circle that makes you shift, or constant space repetition. But mostly it's the first one, death, right? So death can be a good teacher and should be a teacher to all of us. And I'm really urging you guys to really open up your mind and look at it that way. Where do I say this? I was reading a book, and I'm trying not to, you know, really, I'm going to quote this guy, Michael Singer, and he puts it this way in his book. While someone would remind you you are not your body, death will show you. While someone would remind you the insignificance of the things you cling to, death will take it away in a second. While a man can teach you that all men of all races are equal and there's no difference between the rich and poor, death instantly makes us all the same. The question I have for you guys today is, what are you waiting for? The question you're going to wait to ask is, what are you waiting for to make death a good teacher, right? If you today you were to go to the doctor's office and they gave you 2 weeks, what is it that you would be doing? You know, what is it? Just really take a moment there and think, you know, you've gotten that bad report and you've been given 2 days to live. What is it that you would do with those 2 weeks that you are left to live? You know, at times you don't contemplate that. And if the thing that you just came to your mind that you will be doing for those last 2 weeks of your life here, because you've been given a date, right? Are you doing it right now? If you're not, why not? Right? I had to start asking myself these questions to be able to shift my mindset about things and to be able to live more fully. And I believe for me, this really made a huge difference, because let's take, for instance, like before you hopped on here today, you were doing something. I was doing something before I hopped on here. I was having a conversation with one of my friends that, you know, we are working together as partners in our businesses to just move forward and grow ourselves faster. What if that was the last conversation I was ever going to have with her? Would I treat it with a different attitude? Would I treat it with a different way of attentiveness? Would I be more serious? Would I be more, how would I be if I knew the thing that I did before I hopped on here was the last thing that I was ever going to do? How would that change the way we do things? How would that change the way we relate to people that are around us, right? So the interesting thing is that whatever you were doing or whatever we are doing even right this moment is something somebody was doing as their last thing. This is not to instill fear or anything, but this is to awaken us to really view life as, you know, this thing that we're supposed to live now, right? So for you to begin the journey of being harmonious and peaceful, you have to learn to live in the now. You have to learn to live being present. You have to learn to accept and love each experience that you're having in your life. And that's why for me, I had to understand these things fully to be able to move forward faster. I, you know, when I got into coaching and I started my business, as I said, I was that person who was just hustling big time, did not have any harmony, did not have any freedom of time, you know, to spend with my daughter. I just went right back to the rat race that I was in when I was employed. Not until I put some mentors, I hired some mentors, I hired coaches to really help me along the way. And the biggest thing, you know, as I studied and, you know, and worked with these people and they gave me tips and guidance, the things that really helped me be where I am right now, be harmonious and as peaceful as I could ever be, is learning to live in the now, learning to be present, fully present where you are with what you're doing. And I will give a few examples as we go down, but it is so important because we're in such a distracting world or place, you want to call it that, that constantly in every moment, there's so many things fighting for our attention. And we don't even know what to do. So it's become such a challenge for any of us to be able to be in the present, because right there when you're talking to your significant other or you're interacting with your family member or you're in your business trying to, you know, talk to a client, most of the time, most people have not really leveraged the power of being present and enjoying that experience and being able to be fully there to be able to experience that which is going on. Right? And this is all because we're in such a society that is in so fast-paced that has sold us so many lies. You know, I was talking about work-life balance. That is a myth. There is no work-life balance. It's how to find harmony within the things that you're doing. Because if we talk about work-life balance and we talk about, okay, there's 24 hours to a day. Are you going to be able to spend 9 hours every day with your children? That's not possible. You have to be a productive citizen. You have to do other things, you have to take care of yourself. So it's how to find harmony in the things that are important to you. And the best way that I've found, the proven way that I have used and walked this path, is living in the now. Yes, we make goals. Yes, I have, 5-year goals, I have 10-year goals, but how do I bring those to this moment and start living now as if I had those things, but also enjoying what I have currently as I continue to build what it is that I'm building, right? Again, being present is extremely important, because when you're present, all your senses are there. You're positioned in a way that you're able to experience and enjoy that moment, and be able to engage and actively listen. The research has shown that most of us have a really hard time listening, because most of the time we are listening already thinking to answer instead of listening and tuning in. So I think if you practice being present, this might also help in that area, so that we can understand each other better and do better. So since we're in this very fast-paced, environment, world, I'm going to ask you to do something here for just a moment. I'm going to ask all of us to take a pause. Just take a pause. Think of whatever you want to think of. Think of nothing. I like what my coach Brian said one day, that, the whole thing about meditation is the art of thinking about nothing. Just be and take a pause for right now. I'm going to do it with you all. Just take a deep breath. I'm sure that felt good. Let me know how you feel about that, the thing. Because you're so busy running around, at times you don't even do that. At times you don't even stop to smell the roses. At times you don't even stop to enjoy what's outside. And I'm going to share something that really happened to me, which is so real. And I remember my daughter making fun of me. I used to work crazy hours. I'm talking about working 16 to 18 hours a day, and I used to work nights. So sleep was very minimal. So when I started to slow down, it was interesting, because I started noticing how beautiful it was for the change of seasons, from summertime to fall, from fall to, just the way the seasons used to change. I was looking at the trees one day and I'm admiring them and telling my daughter, wow, this is beautiful. I'd never seen this. And you know what she told me? They've always been there, mother. Yes, they've always been there, but we are so busy, we can't even notice anything. We can't even notice what is right in front of us, right? So the whole idea of bringing harmony back into your life is really you allowing yourself to slow down so you can accelerate your life. It's an oxy there, because I'm asking that, or sharing this idea of like slowing down so you can be able to accelerate. That is not normal. But if we slow down and soak in the goodness and everything that is happening around us and be present and live from the now, there is no way you can't have harmony and peace in your life. But because we are so far removed and we are so busy thinking about the next thing and not able to just stop and enjoy and really value the moment we are having with either the work you're doing, it could be a project, it could be a human being, it could be the drive that you're having, it could be a celebration on occasion. We are always like all over the place. And to be honest, this is something I'm practicing every single day. Last 2 nights ago, I was invited to a little dinner thing, and there was different people there, and I wanted to talk to everybody. And I was consciously literally looking this lady in her eye. She must have really wondered what was wrong with me, but trying to really be present and really connect with her. And the conversation was so beautiful, right? And just assume that the rest of the people are not in the room, because we were just, in a little space here talking by ourselves. And the thing that really brought me to this halt, and I know some people know and some people don't, my mom passed a couple of years ago. And when I go back to the whole idea of death being a teacher, to me, that was so real. Seeing my mom being ill for a little while and then she passed, it made life take a different meaning, right? And it made me look at it from the point when I, was able to take care of her, our last days and everything, and the conversations we were having. Those were so powerful for me, and they really allowed me to shift my thinking about the whole idea of being present, of the whole idea of living for the now, the whole idea of really appreciating and enjoying the experiences that I was having every single day. And as I said, it was still difficult. I fell into the rat race. But when I got my coach and I had coaches for different parts of my life, but really started implementing the tips and the things that they were working on, because we have so many blind spots. Somebody tells you, hey, I'm like, how did you see that? That is where we have coaches. And that really made a huge, huge difference in my life. And I can say that, I was able to move faster and get farther away where I am right now because of their help, because the work that I did with them would probably have taken me years to complete. But because of their help and because of the tips and them seeing my blind spots, I was able to accelerate my results and amplify everything that I wanted to do. So I'm going to really show you today how to slow down and get more out of life. These things are so simple. Some of you have been following my 2-minute tips on Facebook. And, just like me, like most of us, we get that information and we just collect it and we don't do anything with it. Most of you have probably not implemented any of those tips. And some of you are like, I don't know what she's talking about, right? That's why I brought this webinar together, so I can share that value here with you guys and see how I can help you amplify your results, how I can help you accelerate your results, how I can help you get a difference or make a difference in your life right now. As soon as you jump out of this webinar, you will have something actionable for you to take and do to make a difference in your life. So the first thing I really tell everybody, you got to calendar everything. Everything has to be calendared. When I say everything, I mean, if you take naps, calendar your naps. If you are going to the grocery store, you got to calendar that. If you have calendar time with your family, and most importantly, that people forget almost all the time, you have to calendar time for yourself. And this is something I was really bad at, and I just always felt like I had to wait. But one of my coaches, and I believe it's Brian, was like, you got to put that time in there. I'm like, really? Me time? I have a time block on Sunday morning. Whatever happens, it's my me time. And it's blocked. I just do what I want to do at that time. It's just for me, something for me to rest, something for me to reset and rejuvenate. You have to create a stop time. Stop times is so important because most of the time, again, using myself as an example, and even some of my clients that I've been able to help don't create a stop time. So every morning when I start working on my business, I have a stop time when I'm going to stop in that day. And I put it down and I make sure my alarm is there to remind me an hour to, then 30 minutes to, so you can stop and draw back. Because at times we get, you get that second wind of energy and you just want to go and go and go. And it's like, wow, before you know it, it's dark and you've really missed out with your family, or you missed out dinner or anything like that. And the other thing is block time. Block time is extremely important, especially when it comes to business. Right? You can use it for family, but I particularly use it for business, and I blocked 4 hours. And when you're talking about block time, you're not talking about blocking time to check your emails and all this. This block time is a very protected block time, whereby you're doing the one thing, and that one thing should be moving you towards, you're doing objectives or activities that are going to be moving you towards your one thing, that are going to be moving you towards achieving the goal that you have set up for yourself. So I take that 4 hours, and you got to pick the hour that works best for you, right? It has to work best for you where there's least distraction, where you have the most energy, and where you can be fully creative. So for me, that is in the morning, especially when when kids are in school, that works really well because my daughter is not here. So from 9 to 1 o'clock is my concentrated time to work on those objectives that I have, to be able to move towards my goal. And again, this is not for all the little other to-do lists. This is really for that task or that objective or that particular thing that you're doing that is moving you towards your big goal, right? So when we're talking about calendaring again, I'm just going to go back one more time. I talked about self-care. Self-care has to be in that calendar. Meditation or devotion, whatever it is that you do to center yourself has to be in that calendar. Your family time has to be that calendar. Your date nights with your significant other has to be in that calendar. Time with friends. When I'm meeting up with my friends, I block that time in the calendar. And I always tell them, I need to know so we can block the time. So when I'm there, I can enjoy and be present with them. Then just calling me on the whim and saying, well, let's go have lunch. If I have to go, which it's not happened to me, thank God, for the last 3 years, because I've really structured my life in a way that people understand what it is that I'm doing and how I have changed certain things in my life. I'm able to be present. I know on Thursday at 1 p.m., I'm going out to lunch up to 3 p.m. with my friends. And when I go there, I'm having fun. I am not sitting there trying to do other things and thinking about my clients or thinking about another call that I'm supposed to take. So it's very important to really calendar everything. And when you calendar everything, it makes a huge difference. And protect each time slot like your life depends on it, because it does. Because at times we get complacent. I was having that problem before. I'm like, oh, my daughter, I'll catch her later. I'll catch her at 7 o'clock. I'll catch her at 8. Before you know it, you're not even able to do that thing that is important for you, right? So I used to just make sure that I go on, and when it's that time, I stop and do what I need to do. Just protect each moment, right? The other thing that has been very helpful when it comes to this calendaring business to make it very successful is really to share with your family the plans that you have, right? You might not need to share the details of everything, but I mean, your significant other, your children, I think they should know a piece of your business, a piece of your career, how it is and what it is for, because then they understand as they come alongside with you to support you, or when you're not showing up, they know that this is what's going on. When people know things, they tend to understand better than assuming and doing things, and then you fall back and you don't know what happened, right? And then you have a lot of misunderstandings, because now they're really trying to either interrupt, or you feel like they're being a distraction, or you feel like they're not being supportive. But if you bring them alongside your plans when you're doing this calendaring, telling them what's going on, the big events, and really fitting them in, I found that it's very, very helpful. So the other thing is, we talked about the whole idea of letting them know. And I'm going to speak to so many business people, even just career women that are out here, and men. How many times do we feel guilty? Let's say, for example, the kids are out and about with the other person, if it's your wife or your husband out there having ice cream, and you're feeling guilty because you're working, but that's your block time, right? And when you are out there having ice cream with them, you're feeling guilty doing this. This is all because we have not learned to leverage the whole idea of having block time, having these discussions, and making sure that when I'm at work, when I'm working on my business, then it is the business time. And being okay with that, because it is planned out, right? Versus when you're with the family, it's the same thing. It is planned out. Enjoy it. Be present, live in the moment, and really enjoy that. So this is what I've really done for me that has been able to really move me along in my personal life, has been able to bring harmony and peace in my life. I've been able to really live more fulfilled and enjoy what it is that I'm doing, because of really being able to do simple things. So today I'm coming here, I'm going to offer you the same. As I said, most of you have been watching my 2-minute tips, and some of you are here and you're sitting there, you're like, okay, I don't know where to start from. I don't know how to go with this. So today I'm going to be offering you guys a 14-day challenge. In this 14-day challenge, we are going to have accountability. Sorry, we are going to have accountability. We are going to have a community. You're going to have a Facebook group, which is going to serve as our community. I'm going to be in there live every single day, straight for 14 days, Monday through Friday. And then on the weekends, we're going to have something going. So we're really going to get on this and jump on it and really work on these things. What I'm going to do in this group is going to use something called the AIM model. In the AIM model, I'm going to take each piece of the tip, or each piece of the things that we're working on, like the calendaring, talking about the importance of it, right? Really, what is the concept behind it? How is it going to improve your life, right? And then after I've talked to you about that, we are going to help with mindset shift, because at times really what has held us where we are today is the mindset. So we'll talk about the mindset. We are going to do interventions for each little tip that we are going to share. For every tip, we are going to have an intervention, and then there's going to be accountability within the group. This 14-day challenge is going to come with a money back guarantee, so you don't have to worry about how is this going to work for me or not. If you join the when you join, the 14-day challenge. And you will either listen to the recording, or fully be in there to be able to interact or watch the recordings later, and you don't find that it's worth it, and it's not worth your $99, your money, then it is gonna get back to you. So someone would ask, what is the value of this? The value of this challenge, if I had to put a dollar amount in it, for the 14 days straight, you're gonna have me there, you're gonna have accountability, there's gonna be interventions that we're gonna be doing, and I'm gonna hold you hand in hand within the Facebook group. You're gonna have a community. Is $499. But for today, just for today, we are going to do it for $99. So let me get the link for you all and paste it up there. I'm gonna stop sharing there for a moment. I'm gonna give you guys the link so you can sign up. It's called M Training. It's a 14-day challenge, and I'm inviting all of you, to sign up and really come, and I'll be there every day for 14 days. As I said, we're going to have accountability. I'm going to show you the things behind the scenes, like how do I really calendar everything. I was sharing in Facebook before about how I calendared my vacation in October for this year. That's the best thing that I really enjoyed the most. So go ahead and register there. It's again, the value is $499, but it's gonna be for $99 just for today. And this is going to help you amplify your results. I know that because it's helped a lot of people, and we all need to be able to enjoy the fruits of the things that we are doing. Because most people are out there hustling, working really hard, but they're not able to stop, take a deep breath, and enjoy the things that they're working hard for, enjoy their families, enjoy the money that you're making. That is what we're gonna be really looking at within the group, to be able to do that. So let me see if there's any questions here that I can answer real quick before we hop off. Thank you so much, Christine. Thank you, everybody that joined here. Lydia is here. I don't want to call out some people and then miss out some people. That would not be good. Someone here is saying they're so bad about calendaring themselves, stuff for themselves. So love it. So yeah, so I mean, when you join this, I'm telling you, it's going to amplify your results, and it's a money back guarantee. In 14 days, when we are done with the thing, and you have either joined live or you have been able to listen to the recordings, and you find that it's not worth your $99, I will give you your money back. I just want to give people an opportunity to implement all these things and give themselves a fair chance at it. So let me see who is ready to join the group with us here. The link is right here. Give me some yeses there if you're going to be part of the group, and so we can be excited. And we're going to get started next week. It's not even with the 4th of July coming, I'm still going to go ahead and start the group, and we're going to start the group next week on Monday. So what happened now, as I say, the value it's at $99 for today only. So go ahead, and that's the registration link there. And I'm also going to, oh, thanks, Denise. Denise is joining. Thank you, Denise. Who else is out there? And the other thing I'm going to offer, because this is something that I have been working with other people, is, some people are like, okay, I'm excited. I want to join the 99. I want to join the 14-day challenge, but I really want to talk to just you, Caroline. I want to really have some deep coaching so that I can accelerate, so I can just take off and have a plan. I have a special link here for those people who are thinking that way. And you can have a 1-hour session with me to be able to just sit down, do some deep coaching, and get you rolling, right? So anybody who have any questions, you can put them here now. And in a few minutes, I'm gonna let you guys go. As I said, I wanna keep this short and sweet, and just really offer you this opportunity to be able to amplify your results and move your life from where you are now to a better place, because you should be able to enjoy every day of your life. You should be able to live in a harmonious and peaceful way. And it's an easy to do thing, but it's a challenging thing, because at times, not at times, almost always, we need somebody to hold us accountable. We need someone to see our blind spots and help us push forward to the next level. So I want to thank you so much for joining. I want to thank you for coming in. And there's the link, and I'm going to be shooting it out in an email for everybody who registered. And just feel free to register for the 14-day challenge. Again, it starts next week, and it has a money back guarantee. If it is not worth it at the end of it all, you can get your money back. So thank you so much, and all have a wonderful day.